Here we got a 72 Dodge Challenger 400 Magnum, basically the successor to the 383. Disc brakes, 400 torque flight. Wait a minute, that would be 727 torque flight. Anyway, that 260 horsepower is BS, man. Freaking, by then they were rating them a different way. It was really putting out about 330 or something like that. It's got the aluminum radiator in it. It's a nice car, man. Very nice car. But you know, one thing I do like is like when it came out in the 70 in the Mopars, the interiors got better too. Not only all their designs got better, but 70 they had the high back bucket seats, the nicer steering wheel, the nicer dash, the nicer console. They were not behind the times in the 60s with the motors and the suspension and the brakes and the torsion bar suspension, all that stuff. But the styling, well, the 68, 69 Charger was kick-ass, and the 68, 69 Roadrunners are nice. But the Cuda 69, unless it's convertible, 70 Cuda, 71, 72, those are the ones, and the Challengers. Of course, there was a major rivalry between Dodge and Plymouth over, what do you call it? Charger versus Cuda, man. They actually both companies hated each other, man. They were like basically an intramural rivalry to the max between Challenger and Cuda. So that's good though, because it makes them want to do more to make the car better, because I want to outdo the other guy, even within your own company, right? Even while it's Chrysler Corporation, right? Yeah. These are fairly easy motors to work on too. And the other thing is they weren't as susceptible to like vapor lock because they had that windage tray. I think that's what you call it, between the intake. There's like a metal windage tray. They also had a windage tray in the oil pan too, keep the oil from foaming up, churning up. On these higher performance ones they did. But they had a piece of metal, I don't know what the hell they call it, it's a windage tray, between the intake and the block. So the intake wasn't in direct contact with the oil from the block all the time, which kept the fuel cooler, which helped you a lot with vapor lock. Some of the Chevys got that problem with vapor lock, for that reason. They don't have that unless you get an air gap, RPM air gap manifold, and then it's a little higher though. That's the one thing. It might not fit under your hood though.